This is an extremely skinny guy. But then a bodybuilder decided to help him, and his transformation is one of the best you will ever see, even though doctors told him he shouldn't do it.
I have the hardest question ever for you.
Oh no.
What is harder, transforming from fat to fit or from skinny to fit?
I mean, it's easier to see progress if you're losing weight, so that might be more motivating. Of course, I don't know. I've never been super fat like you. No, it's just
Fair.
I think it's harder to gain muscle and to start skinny and then go to buff.
I have experienced both. I went from 85 kilograms at like 15 to 69 kilograms. And now I weigh 85-ish again. And I agree with Arjen. I think it's also kind of factual that building tissue is harder than losing fat. Mentally, obviously, it's similar, I would say. You might know this guy, GX Fit. You know him, right?
Yes.
This guy went extremely viral, 48 kilograms. This is a 20 kilogram gain, and some people's starting physique is this. These are just not the best genetics to start off with, and that makes the transformation extremely impressive. But now, maybe one of the best transformation videos online, Jared's eye-opening transformation.
Is that the extremely skinny guy?
Yes.
A Facebook post went viral. It was posted by a bodybuilder and stated, "This is my son's friend Jared. Before I hear any wisecracks, Jared's been fighting lung cancer and we almost lost him.
Shit.
He is recently cleared to work out. His arms measured 8¼ inches, his legs just over 12.
Look at those legs.
This looks basically fake. If we ask ChatGPT right now to generate a skinny person, it would probably generate someone 3 times this size.
Stay tuned for his progress. And what Jared did next shocked millions. Jared was born with cystic fibrosis. He has many unpleasant symptoms, which get worse with time.
So his starting point is not great.
He was able to have a somewhat decent childhood. After progressing into his teenage years, his condition began to deteriorate, despite all of the treatment he went through.
It started to just turn into, I'm probably not going to be here a lot. The average lifespan of someone with cystic fibrosis was 25. I kind of felt cheated out of the prospect of a good life.
And that's the thing with genetics in general. A lot of people that don't have the best genetics, and in this case, it's about something way more than a physical genetic disadvantage. It can be obviously this bad, but also a lot less bad, but still mentally hard for a lot of people that they look at Instagram and they look at someone that has the best muscle insertions and they look the craziest. The truth is, you will never get that because you don't have that exact body. That shouldn't be discouraging. It's about you versus you.
At around 19 years old, things began to spiral out of control as Jared began skipping treatments.
Instead of trying to have a better quality of life, I just focused on what I could do to have the most fun.
His lung function was dropping rapidly, and Jared became increasingly ill and depressed, eventually reaching the point where he had a conversation with his mother about setting up a hospice in Will.
Transformations like this are so inspiring because if he can better his life, try to get in shape, then, I mean, for me, it's like super easy. This reminds me of one of our transformations with Ruben. Like, he got cancer at 24. On my desk, I have a picture of us together with Ruben. And if I look at that, I just get inspired right away because it's like, this guy is just, for me, an inspiration. If he can do it, then who am I? And the same goes for this guy.
It got substantially worse overnight. It was almost like I was drowning, but without being in water.
After seeing his family's reaction, he began taking his treatments, not for himself, but for his mother, brother, and grandfather. Despite how he felt, he saw the effect it had on his family, so he got in contact with a friend whose dad owned a gym, with the idea to start weightlifting, to which his friend suggested starting at 5 AM.
Let's make life harder.
Who is his friend? David Goggins? What the hell?
Of course, Jared had his doubts.
Obviously, we don't know the full story, but it really looks like his body is struggling with energy. It feels like it's almost eating its muscle.
He has no stimulus as well. Like, it looks like a body that is just staying in bed the entire day.
Just to clarify, the gym Jared was about to enter was no Planet Fitness.
Someone is just knitting at Planet Fitness.
A single garage door entrance, 0 windows and concrete walls, plastered with posters of all the bodybuilders who had trained there and went pro. And as for the owner, Mr. Donnelly, or Jared's coach, he was a respected old school bodybuilder who had trained with the likes of Arnold and Lou Ferrigno.
It was new for him to work with someone with my kind of disease.
Weightlifting wasn't recommended for CF patients at the time.
The doctors were skeptical about me doing weight.
That's very interesting because weightlifting can improve basically a lot of things in life. It does not necessarily have to be super strenuous on the body because like telling someone with CF to go run a marathon or run a lot, that would be kind of dangerous. But strengthening the body by resistance training and also improving immune system sounds like something very beneficial for someone with CF.
I don't know his condition, like how it works, but I can imagine doctors being skeptical, like, yo, be careful with your body. Like if you push yourself too hard, things might go south.
They were like, well, you should do cardio.
Oh, they were like, you should do cardio.
Maybe they were talking about like low intensity cardio, just like walking, slowly biking. Maybe they were talking about that.
Day one. It looks fake.
It looks so edited.
Oh man, it took off from there.
He's getting fuller.
But also just like imagine the mental boost he gets from this.
I don't know why, but I loved it.
Whoa! Hey, he's shredded already.
He became more and more inspired by the bodybuilders on the wall.
I kept looking at everyone that was on the wall and I was like, I want to be up there.
Damn, he looks good.
He looks really good.
I wanted to beat every normal, healthy person on the stage.
After 3 months, Jared had gained 30 pounds.
10 pounds a month while staying so shredded is impressive.
That's super impressive.
He had placed 4th in his first ever bodybuilding competition, and his transformation was incredible.
He is the personification of no excuses. Look at Jared, man, so inspirational.
Definitely.
This guy makes literally everything seem possible.
And making sure that everything my family have done for me to help me live a better quality of life wasn't going to waste anymore.
Didn't your lung function jump up as well?
I went from having like a baseline of 30-ish to 35% lung function to, at that time, 45 to 50%.
Obviously, it makes sense for doctors to be a bit wary, so nothing against the doctors, but probably starting with weightlifting in any way, even if it's just at like 10% of your maximum, is probably better than doing nothing for most people. But still, yeah, I'm no doctor.
And by the way, like besides the physical changes and the physical benefits, mentally this gives such a boost.
Kind of seems you like proving them wrong as well.
Yeah, no, that's definitely one of my favorite things to do.
Unfortunately, cystic fibrosis still tends to get worse over time, even after all of the treatment. But despite this, Jared's worked full-time for most of his life.
What? Oh, I expected him to not work.
Amazing, puts everyday normal struggles in perspective.
Basically, every normal problem we have during the day just feels so insignificant looking at this.
The most impressive thing he was able to do was to transform his mindset from living with CF to CF living with him. He's pretty much the personification of determination and not giving up.
There you go. Resistance training is now encouraged for many CF patients.
CF is pretty rare, I guess. So there are a lot of unknowns. So doctors might be worried, like,
Makes
we
sense.
don't know what happens.
Life expectancy is now around 45 and rising. Oh,
Shit!
20 years increase. Jared made it on the wall.
You put that attitude up of, I can do this, it's gonna happen.
Now that's a real influencer right there, actually changing people's life. Count your blessings, everybody. This man is an unbelievable human being. And actually, he is still sometimes active on Instagram and he is still posting sometimes. He is still struggling with CF and he is also showing this in his posts. What he's going through and what he has achieved is insane and he can be so proud of himself. We just wanted to make this video to just show him as well how much of an inspiration he is to literally 15 million people in this video. Just shout out to Jared and I really hope he's doing well.
This was a great video, by the way.
Definitely. Shout out to Just Brad. He makes great videos. Check out the original in the description below.
This transformation was truly inspirational. What just starting with working out can do to your life is amazing.
But can you actually exercise too much? In the previous episode, I looked with a doctor to what the human body does to exercising too much. And if you can actually get injured or if you can actually lose muscle by doing this, check that episode out. Subscribe to this link and hit that bell and make sure to check out the original links in the description below. We also have a workout that's free. Link in the description.